Hi everybody, Pastor Kirk here. In this week's issue of the Email Blast, the Church Picnic gets a 5-star review and standing ovation. We answer the question, what's next for classic worship? We talk about week 2 in our new series, Pursuit. And adult Bible and ministry classes start this week. Baptism Sunday is in 2 weeks. We have a new family pastor, Josh Hall, starting on Monday. And our annual church meeting is Sunday, October 2. All that and more in this week's Email Blast from your pastor. Hi everybody, Pastor Kirk here. What an awesome church picnic we had last Sunday. And no, I did not win a cake in the cakewalk, but thank you for asking. And no, they did not let me in the bounce house this year either. But yes, I did get ice cream, a snow cone, popcorn, cotton candy, a chartreuse cupcake, a diet Dr. Pepper, and a massive cheeseburger so big I practically dislocated my jaw chomping into it. I also got a turkey burger and a hot dog because pastorhood has its privileges. Got to talk to dozens of church family folk enjoying the church family picnic. I had fun, tons of fun watching silly people dance the chicken dance. And I was home in time to pop 2 Alka-Seltzer and sit down on the couch for the afternoon football game. I bet heaven is like that. Especially the snow cones with blue syrup. Blue. What is that? In heaven, by the way, they let grown-ups into the bounce house. Anyway, huge and hearty thanks to Mariner Picnic Chairs, Tal Jones, Brent Booth, and a fleet of Mariner volunteers who did all the setup, staging, staffing, cooking, cleanup, and tear down. What a gift you Mariners have given once again to our church family. Last Sunday was also John McDaniel's last Sunday as our classic worship leader, and it was awesome. John, if you were in classic, you saw John play the piano prelude, the organ postlude, he led the praise team, and he conducted the choir and orchestra. That constitutes a hat trick. For a grand slam he might have preached, but they had to give me something to do. We laid hands on John and Jen, and we prayed God's blessing on them as they step out of FOPC and into the next season of life and ministry. Anyway, don't fret. I don't want anybody fretting about the future of our classic worship service. Our leadership is totally committed to continuing it in the high quality that we've come to experience and expect. Already a very capable transition team has assembled to find John's successor, and you will see several guest worship leaders in the coming weeks, starting this Sunday. Jim Martinez, Jolene Rodriguez, Owen Dudley, who is our worship elder, they will ensure that music and praise will be exuberant and excellent in this interim time. Well, this Sunday we come to week 2 of our new series, Pursuit, the relentless call of Jesus. And the topic this week is Jesus' call to follow him. And the scripture is Mark 1:14-20, where Jesus is walking beside the Sea of Galilee, and he sees James and John and Peter and Andrew, and he says, "Follow me. From now on, you're going to fish for people." I want you to take a prayerful look at that text in preparation for Sunday. You know, in the good old days, folks went to church for worship and Sunday school. And we want to encourage everybody to consider staying for both. This Sunday, Bob Quadro begins his year-long study of the Gospel of Mark, and Bob Finkbonner begins an Old Testament class on the book of Job. Job has some of the finest poetry, the most profound theology you will find in our Hebrew Bible. And Mark is called the action gospel because the word immediately occurs like 35 times in Mark's 16 chapters. Parents with kids, the good news is this. the Sunday school lessons at 9 o'clock and 10:40 are different. And so your children could learn twice as much on Sunday if you stay for both of the sessions, worship and Sunday school. Starting this week on Wednesday nights, we are offering a How to Do Prayer Ministry class from 7 to 8 p.m. in the Family Life Center, and it will be led by our prayer elder, Kimberly Sells. And it's an 8-part series which will equip you to be part of our church's prayer ministry team, or to be ready to pray for somebody who expresses a need for prayer or healing. I mean, you may think you already know how, but there are best practices when it comes to praying for people, and some very practical prayer insights that Kimberly, who has had excellent and extensive prayer ministry training, she'll be sharing. That starts this Wednesday, and it's an evening class from 7 to 8. 2 Sundays from now, on September 25, we'll celebrate the sacrament of baptism by immersion, as in kersplash. And that'll be out on the church plaza between our 9 o'clock and our 10:40 services. And it's not too late to call the church office and sign up. We have 6 folks currently registered. That'll be an awesome baptism time. And a baptism briefing is available, led by Pastor Cliff, between services this Sunday. Okay, what an awesome way to mark your faith commitment to Jesus, or your spiritual renewal. Oh, okay, and another thing. Monday is the start day for our new family ministry pastor. Josh Hall has moved his wife Kelly and their 3 kids to Fair Oaks. Monday he moves into his office here at church, and the next Sunday you're going to see him in our modern worship. Anyway, that's something worth looking forward to. And mark your calendar. The church annual meeting is scheduled for Sunday evening, October 2 at 6 p.m. A gorgeous new annual report will be distributed that evening, one which you will actually want to read. It looks beautiful. And we're going to introduce Josh and Kelly, invite them to tell their stories. We elect the new class of elders and deacons at our annual meeting, and we'll share an exciting Great Commission vision for our church in the coming year. It's also a dessert potluck, and you should know a special indulgence will be issued in honor of the 500th anniversary of Luther's 95 Theses for everyone who brings a banana cream pie. But truth be told, cookies are preferred because we can freeze all the leftover cookies and serve them in the cafe on future Sundays. Well, that's all for now. I love you, church, and I'll see you on